SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Last time I nearly died, and then Ruby ran away. And now we have to deal with the aftermath of that. But first and foremost, Kim has recommended that I call my station and find out if they can give me advice as to whether or not I am the peon of a drug lord. Which, honestly, I don't know how much good it's going to do me to call my station, since they are under orders not to give me any personal information. And I don't know, but I feel like that might sort of count. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out, huh? Oh, good. Good they're not out here. I wasn't sure if, like, having had that event happen, they were going to spring the, what do they call it? The tribunal? The tribunal on me right away, or what? Perhaps it's going to be, like, tomorrow that the tribunal starts in. But either way, I probably should get what I can done today before they start shooting people. Ideally, that would be for the best. Wait a second. Okay, hang on. Let's get over to the... Oh, interesting. I can't fast travel. Now that hasn't happened in this game before, but in other games, just working from my knowledge of other games, that usually happens when something goes wrong in the place that you have previously explored. At least, like, FromSoft games tend to like to do that a lot. Like, you claim a fast travel point and then can't get back to it. That means something bad has happened where you were able to fast travel to before. Now, it may just be that it's not... They don't want to allow me to fast travel now that the ending sequence has ostensibly begun. Or it may be that something really bad is happening on the other side of the waterlock. Really only one way to find out. Should I be still wearing this anorak? I kind of want to switch back to my, yeah, the pinball maker's coat. I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, I'm going to need my composure pretty soon here. Particularly when I'm talking on the phone to my, or the radio, I guess. The radio with my, station. I probably want to keep myself well under control. Well, I'll consider my wardrobe when I get over there, huh? So far, nothing seems to have changed. But this is the important area here, yes? Whoa!
Stop. Now, it is time.
Okay, Inland Empire, for what? Time for the tribunal? Sounds ominous, discard thought. For what, Inland Empire?
Crisis. Death. You can feel it in your blue soul.
Oh boy. Okay, and what am I supposed to do?
Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand.
What, really? Now? Really? Okay, continue.
Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
Right, sure. I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead. I'll fight with my bare hands if I have to. No. I'm gonna go with this one.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
He frowns, then quickly adds, okay, so it's actually happening right now then. Okay, all right. Well, so we need the gun. We need the gun, apparently. Offhand, I mean, I could put the saber in my offhand, but it's just to impress myself, as we've been over before. Is there a point in keeping my ledger out? Wait a second, do we want the gun in the... If you're gonna hold a gun, you're gonna want to hold it in your main hand, yeah? I guess I don't genuinely know the dominant hand of Harry. So maybe I shouldn't be making that assumption. Inland Empire, I mean, the reason I knew that something bad was coming was because Inland Empire spoke up, so maybe Inland Empire is a good thing to have. Authority, I mean, my authority is hopeless. I don't know if that's going to be anything I can do to help with that situation. Let's see. Well, let's get my perception hat on, because, you know, I need to be taken seriously right now. And if we're actually going to get into a gunfight, I guess this is the time to put on the fair weather. Damages my empathy, but otherwise it's quite good. I was hoping to be able to get over to the Freet and get some more drugs because, you know, I nearly died. But I don't know if that's going to be an option at this point. Okay. Esprit de Corps and Shivers Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Hand-eye coordination. That's what I need for gun stuff, yeah? Hang on. There's that one thought I've got. The one thought about the armor. +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in nifty 500 armor. Yes. So, any hand-eye coordination stuff I've got, I should put on. What else do I even have in that particular department? I'm not sure I have much. Should I be switching to the carabiner pants for the reaction speed? I don't know. Logic and plus logic minus authority. That's minus to reaction speed. I probably want to be able to hear what's going on. Oh, I wasn't expecting this to happen so quickly. Composure. There are too many stats I'm trying to juggle here. Hang on. Let me look. Hand-eye coordination shoes. Right. Get those on for sure. Pain threshold. That might come up, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth... I genuinely don't know if it's worth throwing out a volition for it, you know? Minus shivers, no, thank you. Keep the Pinball Maker's code on for the hand-eye coordination at least. If you decide to change it later, maybe the Fallen Windbreaker for the pain threshold. I don't know if that's going to be important, but I feel like it might. Okay, in the interest of not having to do all that wardrobe changing again, and if I got shot to death, let's go ahead and quick save. Hey, look. He's gone. What's more, the pawn shop door shows as a white outline, which I'm pretty sure means I can't go there, right? Isn't it normally green if I can? I bet he's locked up because something is going on out here. Okay, here we go. Things are happening.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
There's a feverish gleam in his eyes. Courtenaire. That is the guy. That's the scab leader. And they're all three of them right there, and they're all wearing full armor. Well, no, these two aren't wearing their helmets, but I imagine they can swap them on real quick if they want to. I really wish I had cut those pants off that corpse right about now. Okay, continue.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Titus remains calm. Continue.
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Great. So he's totally he's totally in murder people mode. Good. Continue.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Not just reach, he's already got it in his hand, if this is to be believed. Say nothing, or Kim, what's going on here? I think both of us can tell what's going on here. I'm not sure if... What's the point of saying nothing, though? Is it just to not blow my cover? I feel like what I should be doing is running over there right now and attempting to de-escalate, but... Sure, let's check in with Kim. Shh. Lieutenant raises his left hand. Continue.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
I'm sure he's gonna go for that.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Her tone is frighteningly emotionless. DePaul, okay, continue.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
She sounds very sure of herself. I hope that she is as sure as she sounds. Continue.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
His voice is almost gentle. Thank goodness. Continue.
Peaceful.
Rude Hohenklohen. It sounds like the armored figure is weeping. That's this one here? Must be. Continue.
Nest in your abdominal cavity, like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. What does... Peaceful nest, or that's a different thought? Like a mouse's nest in your abdominal cavity? Who are you talking to? Nobody, because nobody else can hear him. Continue.
Fuck, she was right. That must be the third mercenary.
I assume so, yes, continue.
This third one, he is the most dangerous of them all, heavily armed.
Great, continue.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'd imagine he is worried for his life. Understandable. There's only the two of us, and this is a big situation we're getting into, and 3 of them are wearing full body armor. We're out of time. This is... What do we do? The big one in the mercenaries, the gates, the scab leader whispered. Right. Stop, this is the police. Get between them. Whisper, let's walk away for now. Scab leader, yes, scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Really? The scab leader first. He nods. Okay, continue.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
He's the leader. Right, okay. Okay, got it. Sounds good. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He puts his hand on his holster. We're out of time. This is... I'm not sure what you're referring to. We're out of time. We are out of time to do anything besides get intervene. I guess let's do all the talking we can before we get intervene.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
That, right. The lieutenant nods. Okay. Then I guess... Here we go. Stop. This is the police. That's me. I'm the police.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backwards. Okay, so they are all drunk. They genuinely are all drunk. Great. Continue.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
I hope so, Empathy.
Pig fuck!
Is the only word you can make out. It doesn't sound calm. I can see you're drunk. One wrong move and I'm taking you out. Easy now. No one needs to die here today. Say nothing, cross your arms. Okay. Okay. Definitely not number 2. Making threats here is just going to get them to... They're just going to call me on it and probably try and light me up. Do I call them out on being drunk? Or do we start with easy now? No one needs to die here today. But they probably want someone to die. That's the thing. They're out for blood. This isn't going to appease them. Let's start with saying that they're drunk.
Ah, yeah. Welcome to the fucking party. You're probably gonna get killed too. I don't give a shit if you're cops.
He looks around. Okay, cool. Good to know where you stand on that issue. Continue.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
That would be ideal.
She doesn't seem to understand the severity of the situation.
That was a legendary success. Okay. I noted then. Continue.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle.
Oh, good. Continue.
The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it.
Do what exactly? Gun? Continue.
Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you.
In the mouth. In the mouth. Okay, continue.
No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument.
It's probably not best to just come in firing. Yes, you're right. Continue.
I'm barely keeping you together here. This is it. The big one. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around.
Oh, man. That's a fair point, Composure, and I did take off the anorak. Maybe that was a bad call. I forgot about composure. I was too worried about hand-eye coordination. Apparently, I'm also just interested in shooting people, huh? Okay. Can I actually put points in skills while I'm I wonder. I probably can. I just don't know if that's the thing to do here. I only barely made that check to know that I might get rattled, which suggests that I will get rattled if I continue the way we're going. I can't change clothes right now. I could level up my composure. I could level it up by a lot, in fact, if I need to, but... these tasks are just basically not happening. Survive the Mercenary Tribunal has been the updated task here. Survive the Mercenary Tribunal. Yeah, okay. If you talk to him, he will rattle you, not the other way around, says Composure. Continue for now.
Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
Okay, you've brought back up, point to the masked man from out of town. Listen, they didn't do it. You're all drunk, look at yourselves. The Wild Pines reps did not approve of this. Rhetoric challenging 12, think of an argument. I've got that one pretty much locked down. +1, no on Downwell. That's as high chance as I can get with anything. Suggestion, formidable in 13, talk about Hanged Man. Name Ellis Courtenayor. He was fostered, had blue eyes. Okay, where's Claudia? She can explain this. Hand-eye coordination, legendary. Shoot, Courtenayor. +1 figured out the armor. I have to assume that the +2 for my thought that specifically applies only to this sort of thing has to apply here too. Stand there quietly, hoping nothing bad happens. Okay. Empathy wants me to start from the first idea I have, then move down. That often works in this sort of situation. But frequently I'll get a warning when I'm about to run out of time. I don't know if I've got enough reaction speed gear in order to actually catch up on that sort of thing, though. Okay. Okay. Anything I choose here could technically wind up with me getting shot. I have to remember that. The red checks are probably the safest options, provided I do not fail them. Think of an argument. Present an argument. Soften them up first. Empathy wants me to start from the top. Oh, man. Oh, man. And you thought I had a difficult time choosing options before this. Okay. The rhetoric option seems like the safest bet, but it's also the lowest check. It's a challenging rather than a formidable or a legendary. So, like, the chances of it actually working out well maybe are not that high. Also, I'm guessing this is not one of these situations where choosing the red check is going to end the entire scenario, right? Okay, we're going to give empathy a chance. We're going to start at the top and see what happens there. I may revisit this tactic depending on how this goes. You brought backup from out of town.
Oh, yeah. That's Rude. Rude, the killer, Hohencloven. He doesn't talk much.
Hohencloven. The armored woman smiles a vicious smile. Okay, continue.
All of you cunts inside out.
So, he does talk. It turns out he does talk. It's just not pleasant to listen to him. What was that, Rude? The killer. Okay, let's just keep talking. No one needs to die today. Do we back off from that? Okay. Calling Rude out on it is just going to get him confrontational. That's the last thing we want. He's got a rifle. The killer, is it even worth bringing it up? I mean, if it's not, why am I here? The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
The gunner, he gestures toward himself. The raddest, he nods towards the woman. I don't know what a raddest is. The killer, he points to the figure clad entirely in ceramic plate. Continue.
What do you think he does?
Continue.
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Count the figures. He kills, tends to the stables. You think you're real tough, huh? This killing is meaningless. I'm a killer, too. Counting the figures is probably going to damage my morale because it's just telling me how many people this guy has killed. So I think I'm going to Just say he kills?
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
He stares at you with his watery eyes. Continue.
Easy. Easy now.
Right. I'm trying. Okay. Would I have lost volition if I'd failed that check by any chance? I wonder. Okay. Nothing here has changed. Okay. That felt dangerous, but it didn't feel disastrous. Is there any point in telling them these people didn't do it? Yes, they've been saying really loud that they did it over and over and over again, but they didn't do it. That much I do know. I don't, unfortunately, know who did it is the thing, but I'm on the right track. I would be if I was able to continue investigating, but instead this is happening. Okay. Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
That's kind of what I figured you were going to ask. Wait, I just need a little time to figure this out. Point to Titus. I think it was Titus. Point to the roof. It was Claudia. Point to the coast. It was Ruby. Point to yourself. It was me. It was someone else. Someone who's not here now. I do need to talk to Claudia again, but I don't think she did it. The gunfire wasn't heard on the roof. It wasn't someone in the whirling, it was someone who was on the island, but I can't get to the island, and I can't even, it's not even worth thinking about that right now. If I say I need a little time to figure this out, it's not going to work. And if I say someone who's not here right now, he's not going to buy it, of course.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare, then puts his hand on the gun. Continue.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it. A lot of people could have gotten to the roof, like Gart, the cafeteria manager. Actually, they are here. Point to the enemy. It was one of you. I've changed my mind. I can still change my mind, right? He's about to draw, though. He was shot from a great distance. Are they even going to bother listening to me, though?
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh?
Then you'd be a murderer. There's a dangerous gleam in his eye, but I guess you already are a murderer, huh? You're proud of it. Continue.
How about the kid? Tell me, it's a magic fucking sniper. One more time.
He points his gun at Elizabeth. Great. He's okay. Continue.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
She raises both hands. Logic, medium, 11, think. Why doesn't he believe me? This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I got an 83% chance. Theoretically, I should be good at this. Come on, don't roll badly now.
Your mind grinds to a halt. All you can see is the revolver in the man's armored hand, swaying, pointed at her. You move your mouth like a fish gasping for air.
I failed by 1. Oh boy, I used up all my dice luck early in this run. I didn't fail at anything leading up to this, and now I failed at everything. Oh boy. She's a woman, don't. I'll kill you. No, she wasn't even there. She wasn't.
He pulls the trigger. A plume of smoke erupts from the muzzle.
Continue.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something.
Continue.
I'm okay.
The woman grabs her left side. She's down. Her white shirt soaks a blood red around her abdomen. She gasps for air. Continue.
Fuck this!
The man starts pulling something out of his pocket. Continue.
There's a coarse shuffle against something. Is it a gun?
Probably. Continue.
Cancel Lizzie! Now!
The big man raises his hand. Continue.
He'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man opens fire. And he knows it.
Absolutely he does. Continue.
He wants you to open fire on the mercenaries before he does. He's waiting for you and your partner to be the shield.
Right, okay. So people are getting shot because I'm stalling. -1 Gardner is dying. Got Gardner shot. I got a -1 to my ability to shoot Courtnair. Let's try the rhetoric. Come on, don't roll critical failure on me now, please.
All right.
Thank you.
Here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick.
Continue.
You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel? Colonel does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal. You were called Downwell once. What happened? Was this the one where I had a bonus to it because of Downwell? Should I have read it out? Yes, I was panicking, I'm afraid. I need to calm down myself. I need to level up my own composure, clearly. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Illegal tribunal. Colonel would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer? Take your pick. Okay. Okay. Krenel does not give you the right to conduct a tribunal is probably true, but I don't think they're at a point where they care. Downwell. That's knowledge that I gained by actually doing my job. Is that going to be helpful here? I do not know. I don't remember what Downwell refers to, but obviously in-game I should. If I ask who's in charge of the unit, he's going to say that he is because I've already run a check that made me know that he was the leader. I don't remember if Downwell was the plus that I got on this particular check or not. But I feel like it might have been. And if it wasn't, this is a trap. Also, there's an option gulp and say nothing. I don't know if I read that out. My mind is ablaze. Downwell?
What always happens when you get good at your job? That name Midnight Raids. Fucking extrajudicial funky time. Burn villages. Shit. It sounds bad on the radio.
Uh-huh, continue.
The same thing happened when we were called whatever the fuck it was. Probably won't be called Crenel for much longer either.
He looks around.
The woman has grown silent. She draws shallow breaths.
And Jean is not helping her, I can't help but notice.
Not after this shit.
Continue.
Okay, it's not much, but he's thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something.
I guess. Thank you, Rhetoric. Do we try the suggestion check? Talk about the hanged man. Got him talking. We're back up to even odds. Okay, hanged man.
Of course
It's a failure.
nothing bad will
Of course
happen.
it's a failure. That's my
Talk
second
about
4
his
in
dead
this
friend.
conversation.
He seems stable enough to take it.
Am I sure? He's already shot one person. I feel like I got to know your dead friend during our investigation.
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe even lives.
Continue.
This might be a very bad moment to come up with this, but he's courty, right?
He is. Yes, go on. I don't want to do anything but say that thing down there. I feel like I got to... Yeah. I don't want to do anything but say that thing down there. You mean this thing here? Because I'm not sure I do.
The man he's mourning was called Elise Courtenay. Courty could be short for Courtenay. Could they be brothers? Ask him that. What could go wrong? It's a discovery.
I did fail this check, Logic. Continue.
Yes, this will be good. It will calm him down and won't cost any more lives. Lives that could be spared.
I'm not sure I trust your advice suggestion.
And if not, lives aren't that important anyway, including yours. There are billions of them being lived.
Gosh, thanks, Rhetoric. That's very helpful. Oh boy, this is going to be bad. Hey, I don't mean to pry, but the hanged man, was he your brother?
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
He squeezes the words out from between clamped lips, his hand on the pistol.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
They sure are. Oh, interesting. I actually met 58% chance to shoot him. Now, discuss dead friend was a +1. I have 2 bullets. I guess I shoot him.
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel. Look at Courtney. This is gonna get so ugly so fast. While I like to get introspective a lot of the time, I feel like this is not the time to do it. We gotta look at the man I just shot, and then at his compatriots and find out what needs to be happening next. I've got 1 bullet left.
There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles backward, eyes filled with rage and disbelief, gurgling, muttering something unintelligible.
Continue.
His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't.
I would imagine they're going to anyway, because I just shot him, but continue.
To your
boy.
right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Okay. Kim, where is Kim? Blink, think, reaction speed, challenging 12, dodge the shot. If I dodge, is he just going to shoot Kim instead? Is that what we're going with here? Blink, think. Blinking is the opposite of reaction speed. But here's the thing. Just because I can see that Kim is standing there doesn't mean that Harry can see that Kim is standing there. If I don't take note of where he is and I dodge, I might just plow right into Kim or get him shot. One of those two things. Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude.
Continue.
He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out. In the background, the leader staggers.
Continue.
It's not easy. He has 0.6 seconds to do so. He won't make it. You're on your own.
Okay. Blink, think. I don't know that I have time to think. I feel like I'm just going to get shot. If I do, I'll probably get a minus to the reaction speed thing. But even if I do, I go down to a 48% rather than a 58%, right? That's probably how it works, or will be 42. I can't remember. I think it is 42. Thinking is important, though, but I might not have time to think. I don't have time to think. Blinking and thinking are both things that you don't have time to do when someone's about to shoot you. Dodge it.
A low
Failure.
shot rings. You feel a tapping, like rain on your chest plate. Heavy drops of rain. Then the sound of dice rolling as the cuirass distributes the shot evenly from plate to plate.
Glad I put that on. Continue.
You got hit. The armor took most of it, but still your ribcage burns. Feels like blood is slowly seeping into your lungs.
Great. I didn't take physical damage yet, though, so that's nice. Continue.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly without trembling. He aims face pale. I do appreciate that the fact that I did get shot backwards into Kim has not disrupted his aim. Continue.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot.
It sure is. Continue.
2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from the balls. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Behind me. Well, clearly DePaul has blood erupting from his visor. I think Kim made his shot, but who did she shoot? Kim, did he hit the rifleman? Yes, he does appear to have hit the rifleman. I'm going to go ahead and assume that I can figure that out pretty quick. Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds.
2?
Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
Geese? I've never heard anyone pronounce it geezers. Okay, Glenn is dying. How did she shoot him twice? Does she have a double barrel? Continue.
Oh God, watch out.
I mean, yeah, continue.
You see Two crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
Reaction speed, impossible 20, evade the shot. Look him in the eye, let it happen. The chances of me succeeding at that are very, very low, so let's just look him in the eye, I guess.
The look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end.
I'm amazed he has the composure to fire that once he's been shot in the face, but I guess he's got military training, or paramilitary training. Continue.
Here it comes. Death.
Neat. Neat. Here it comes, death. Do we try to stay alive or do we let it happen? I feel like we try to stay alive, right? I'm not gonna rival boxcars, but I might. Or is it a situation, is this supposed to be a Zen situation? He's not gonna aim for my chest. I just got shot in the chest and I took it. I'm fine. So he can tell that I have armor on, probably. He'll go for my unguarded head. That's what I did to him. Try to evade. Failure, of course.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
I mean, the legs continue.
The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Listen through the darkness and the pain. Touch your lower body. Try to open your eyes. What do I see? I guess listen first? Listen first.
The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you. Nearby gunfire shatters glass.
Oh boy, continue.
Stop!
Oh boy, Gart. Good luck.
The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Thank you, Titus. Touch your lower body. Try to open your eyes. What do I see? Lower body?
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too strong to know what has happened there. Even clutching to your consciousness takes everything you've got.
What parts of me are missing?
Most of what's down there.
Oh god, or I don't care, fuck me. Oh god.
It's all gone. Open your eyes now. You have to see what's happening.
That does seem important.
No. It's just a fear. Even if... Who cares? No one wants you anyway.
Oh, thanks, Inland Empire. That was a success. That was a success that Inland Empire took advantage of to tell me that nobody wants me anyway. Great. Try to open my eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
Uh-huh. Continue.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it. A silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. No one wants to do anything with me. No one wants to party with me. The wolf is at the door, Kim. He will eat the sun. Kim, I lied about not remembering who I am. I made it up. I remember everything. There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always here. Always there, in fact. So we have kind of the sad sack option. We have, I guess, Apocalypse Cop? I don't know what this is. Do I remember everything? I don't think I do remember everything, but... There's a white shadow that smells like apricots. It's always there. That is absolutely the whole thing with your ex-wife. It does seem to define a lot of the undercurrent of your existence these days. Do I go that way with it? The nihilism of Apocalypse Cop really kind of gets to me after a while. This just feels bad, man. This, I'm curious what he would say, but I have a suspicion it's just going to be terrible. Because I don't think he does remember everything. Unless he does, but in that case my brain probably would have told me. I guess I'm going with this one.
Stay with me.
You feel burning hot tears streaming from your eyes. I can't forget it, even when I drank so much. It said I have a vast soul. Do I have a vast soul? I shouldn't have called her. Now she hates me. She would have started loving me again, but I called her and now she won't. Do I... a vast... What said I had a vast soul? The city? Did the city say I had a vast soul?
Yes, keep talking. You hear me? Stay awake.
The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard. Continue.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone, when suddenly you sense something behind him.
Behind Kim. Continue.
A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
And she considers it vengeance because he shot the killer. Continue.
Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
You're darn right he is. Authority... I need authority to... The lieutenant trusts you. Kim truly trusts you. Of course I'm carrying my dang ledger at this point. Why is it always authority checks? How is this an authority check?
No,
oh, thank you.
Say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear.
Continue.
That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him.
Continue.
You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Well, that could have gone worse. Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now? Good, I want to die. No, let me back into the fight. I don't want to die.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door.
Nobody asked you, limbic system. I feel like your advice is not good. Continue.
He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep.
I'm not dying yet. I'm not dying yet. Continue.
And rotting. And being disinfected. And smelling of drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his wound sleep.
That sounds about right. Continue.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
Exactly. Continue.
There was a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
I made it. I made it. Continue.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call.
The engine of a caprice Kinema.
Kim?
No, it was him. He is the infernal engine. Can't you see? He never stops. He only gets worse.
I've been putting a lot of effort into getting better lately. Thank you very much. And I have been getting better lately. I'm just Perfect. Continue.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
I'm alive. Kim, I'm alive. Yes and yes. Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
The lieutenant says. He's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room with the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Parabellum? Ouch, the room, it's clean. The piss jacket, Kim, you took it off. What did you say? Sunrise? What happened? How bad am I hurt? Where do we even start? I'm curious about Sunrise Parabellum. What did you say, Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
A revolutionary saying. Continue.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun, it's engraved on it. Is it war today?
It served you well.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
That is a relief. He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
He unzips his bomber jacket. Good. A pity. Ouch. Good. That's good. That's good. That is good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
I guess. Ouch.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
I meant to say ouch, but I said the room, it's clean. How long have I been out?
2 days. In and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
Also important. Ouch?
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Yeah, no doubt. Continue.
Dramamine. Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad. But still, under the counter bad.
Yeah, and you may note I still have both my legs, which is nice. He wasn't wearing the piss jacket to begin with. I have the piss jacket. What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Continue.
A blood-stained killer.
You're not wrong. This will be the 4th tally mark on my ledger.
You're an officer of the RCM.
He continues without waiting for a reply.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He hit the cuirass. I heard it go off. I was looking for a clear line of sight to him.
I remember that. Continue.
He sounds a tiny bit sorry he did not find it before you got hit.
Continue.
I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. He did not survive.
Here's a pause. What about Elizabeth? Continue.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Interesting point, Empathy. Continue.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Did the woman kill both of them? Angus and Theo, I mean? Eugene? Who's the musician? Eugene?
Yes. He's still alive too.
Nod.
You were bleeding out by then. I think you said something about your wife, and you warned me. I was able to disarm one of them, the Pole, before she got a jump on me.
Right, continue.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. So you also killed. I thought you only smoked one a day, and they're all dead, all 3 of the contractors? How many casualties on the Union side total? I want to say all these things. If I start at this is the most important question to ask, but If I start here, it's not going to let me continue, I don't think. I thought... Is he also killed?
He nods.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
And they're all dead, all three of the contractors?
The Pole was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Cronel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
He nods. Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
My brain finally calmed down enough to remember. We totally failed to keep the peace. That was our deal with Joyce. We keep the peace. She calls off the Wild Pines. We didn't. How many casualties on the Union side total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets.
Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. And Elizabeth? When did Shanky die? You didn't mention Shanky at all. What happened to Shanky? Continue? Hang on. Let me back it up here. Theo and Angus died in the charge. Glenn got shot instead of Kim. When did Shanky die? I suppose there must have been just a firefight at that point. But he didn't mention Shanky. Anyway, there's a pause. Continue.
And Elizabeth, too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name. The gardener.
Right. She did not make it. Real quick metagamey thing. Elizabeth is in a separate section because she didn't have to die. She died because I fumbled the conversation. She did not make it?
No, she bled out before Everhart's surgeon could help her. Everhart sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership.
He shakes his head. If I would have presented the theory better to their leader, I did all I could there. It's not necessarily healthy to have regrets, but I do have regrets on how I handled that, so I'm going to go ahead and be honest about it.
She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way to convince them.
But it was still worth trying. Continue.
Stop this line of thought now. You're too broken for ghosts.
Fair enough, Felician. And that's...
all.
He nods. An absolute disaster. It's a total shit show, Kim. Not that bad, all things considered. I don't see how it could have gone any better. Well, I do see how it could have gone better. I could have not gotten Elizabeth killed, but I mean, there's no guarantee she wouldn't have gotten killed in the firefight that happened after I got shot anyway.
Let's face it, officer, and this is both of our fault. It could have gone a little better. 7 people are dead.
He says calmly, without accusation. No, you're right, Kim. You're absolutely right. Continue.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet.
He rubs his swollen chin. Continue.
And we are still alive. Both of us.
He smiles. We are. Continue.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies.
Which is an understandable expectation. We should be thankful that Titus had our back. But also, amazing work by both of us in terms of shooting guys, I guess? He managed to shoot that one guy in the visor of his helm when he was entirely covered in ceramic armor. That is no mean feat. Continue.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Which is why I'm not going to ask him about the piss jacket. How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. It appears no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
Okay.
The bruising in your shoulder is negligible. The armor took the brunt of the fire.
I kind of like it when he pronounces like a word in the French fashion. Negligible. Can I walk?
We will see.
I guess we will. Continue.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
Okay, Volition. I'm a psycho-locomotor. Has anyone from my station been to see me? Are you hurt? Okay, get up. I do want to ask if Kim is hurt. I also want to say I'm a psycho-locomotor because that was a difficult check that I just succeeded at. Given that there's a get up option, I'm guessing that this is going to let me come back around to it. So, I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Thank you, Kim. Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I try to not move too much.
He rubs his chin. You said you disarmed her, but she still beat you around the face with her gun. What happened to her after this? Continue.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
There's a pause. You were distracted by the fact that I was dying, and I appreciate that, Kim. Has anyone from my station been to see me? Am I going to take volition damage from the fact that they haven't?
No.
Isn't that strange? They don't care about me at all. Good, I don't need them. Really? Isn't that strange?
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Huh. Odd. You haven't seen any, have you? Okay.
I'm sure they're worried about you.
There's a pause. Continue.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you. If they were, wouldn't they be here?
If they're so worried about me, where are they? Better not agitate yourself further, it already hurts. I mean, that's probably the right answer here, but I do have a lot of volition drugs. Morale drugs, I guess. But it would be the smart thing to do to not bring it up, go any further into it. But it's also just wallowing in self-pity, kind of, isn't it? And I need to figure out what my relationship with my department is anyway, because I might be a peon of a drug lord. I can take the volition damage, it's fine. Where are they?
I don't know.
If not my station, then who treated me? That's a good question. You?
I did.
Thank you. I didn't know you could do that. We're going with just thank you.
No need.
Okay, so I guess we're getting up then. This is where we take the physical damage, yeah? Probably?
Easy now.
The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes. An orange hue of pain. Continue.
Your balance is way off. You feel like you're about to fall over on that thing.
It's understandable. I was shot in it. Continue.
How are you?
My disco days are done. I feel fantastic. Let's rock. Who cares? Who cares about me? It doesn't matter. I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad. I'm kind of inclined to go with my disco days are done.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Freighter.
Perhaps you're right. What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know? But I don't know either. Good, because I totally do. I don't think I do. Wait, do I? We solved the case. We solved the case. That's what happens now. I think I'm going with it. I think we solved the case. It might be too late, but it's not actually too late because apocalyptic violence has not erupted, as was pointed out. We solved the case. I don't know who we tell that we solved the case, but we solve it. We solved the case.
Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor's in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
Fair point. I guess it wasn't that he didn't know that we need to solve the case. He just doesn't know where we go in the case now. You don't think it was a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window. Continue.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Wait, Clausia's gone too? Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman? Let's do it the wait option.
Oh, yes. She left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I asked Mr. Gart.
He nods. Of course she did. Continue.
Turns out it was a bad idea not to arrest her. But maybe it was a good deed that will pay off in heaven.
He shrugs. Continue.
Who would have figured?
Yeah, continue.
By the way, the lieutenant does not actually believe you will be spiritually reimbursed for letting her escape. You just have to live with it.
Yeah, I figured that was the case. Thank you. So who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
Yeah, that doesn't leave us much to work with, does it? Continue.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. Okay, so once more, Clausia has escaped. This is because I'm a La Putra Madre's peon, isn't it? The fucking Maybells, Kim. The flowers. What? What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out. The goddamn footprints. There's still a 28% possibility this shot came from a distance. An antique bullet from a Belle McGrave 4.46 millimeter. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be? There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not over yet. It's simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him. You know what I think about solving crimes? Conclude. Okay, do we start at the top? Clausia escaped, yes?
Absolutely. There's no other way to go about it. We screwed up.
He nods. Continue.
He's made his peace with it. He's had time to do so.
What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out?
I don't know. That's been there for years.
He rubs his neck. The footprints, though. There were footprints back there.
Yes. God cursed the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
He says. What Maybells? I don't remember the Maybells. What Maybells?
What?
They were on the roof. I did not catch them. Fucking Butterfingers. Oh, that! Oh, that! I do remember that.
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to catch everything.
I'd like to, though. Continue.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in this city is connected to the case. Okay. Rhetoric thinks he's wrong, and my rhetoric's pretty good.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meeting it. There's still a 28% possibility the shot came from a distance. That's true.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
A light nod through some pain. Continue.
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
I can do ballistics. Okay. An antique bullet from a Belle McGrave. How hard can it be to find one?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one. All completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless.
I see. Okay. There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches, Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
Continue.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're fucking useless. I'm just gonna say nothing. Again.
No need to be melodramatic.
I like being melodramatic. Okay. Is this because I'm La Puta Madre's peon?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
Half the cops in Revachol West are? Wow, continue.
That does make some sense.
That does. Do you like it when I talk about miracles, Kim?
He does not know what to reply. Looks out of the window, then back at you.
Continue.
It's morning outside. You think.
Day 9. Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that. 2 days have passed, or is it just 1 day? Do we even mention the communism thing? We did everything else, no matter how stupid. Let's do the stupid one.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, Detective, on account of it being dead.
Are you sure? I see communism everywhere, telling us what to think, stifling. Ouch, my leg hurts. Okay, I'm going to go with okay.
A nod.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard. Solving crimes is almost impossible. Solving crimes is super easy. Actually, I want to talk about this crime some more before I tell you what I think about its hardness. It's hard, Kim.
It really is very hard.
Continue.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you? That's right. Let's give up. Time to start drinking. Say nothing. Making him dizzy. In the fact that he agreed with me on that? You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I guess I'm ready to limp. Also, there's a short pause. Sorry. I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
There's a pause. Continue.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check Claudia's room upstairs. We should. Let's just aimlessly wander until a clue presents itself. I don't know. No, Claudia's room. Claudia's room.
Why not?
He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot. He sure does. There was an animation for it and everything, and he threw it right on the floor of the room that Gart spent all day cleaning. Why not? Continue.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Shivers wants me to go there, so there's got to be something. I mean, that's not necessarily true, but I hope there is. Ah, look, I need to check out everything in my room again. But tell you what, we'll do that next time, huh? I gotta stop. That could have gone worse. It could have gone better. But it could have gone worse. Interesting. These tasks over here have become unhinged from the day. I wonder if that's because a full week has passed. Huh. I do still need to call the station. I need to check the island if I can ever get there. Inspect the window in Claudia's bedroom. Go to her room. Search it once more. Upstairs in the bedroom. The window. Perhaps it will yield something. Maybe. Or maybe it won't. And we'll just wait for all hell to descend upon us. I don't know. Well, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.